Hello, summer camp art students. I'm Mrs. Morris, and today we will be creating a silly striped cat. Materials needed for this lesson are one large sheet of black paper, it could be construction paper, five sheets of different colored construction paper. You can choose any colors that you like. As long as they're all different, it's fine. We will be using this paper to create our strips, and we're going to get to that in a second. You will also need 2 sheets of white paper. One sheet will be to draw our cat. The second sheet will be used to protect our surfaces when we start to glue on our strips. You will also need a black magic marker. Sharpie is perfect, or if you have a thin Crayola marker, that's fine as well. Whatever you have, that's fine. We will also need a glue stick, a pencil, and a pair of scissors. Last thing, we will also need a ruler. So you have your large sheet of black paper for your background, 2 sheets of white paper, 5 sheets of colored construction paper, pencil, Sharpie, or black marker, ruler, glue stick, and a pair of scissors. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our construction paper, choose the 5 colors that you like. You're going to put them in a nice, even order. You're going to take your ruler and right at the edge of your construction paper, make sure it's nice and even, your line. You're going to take your pencil and you're just going to create a line. See? Again, you're going to take your pencil, line this ruler up, take your pencil, and then create another line. So there's really no measuring involved at all. You're just basically creating your stripes with the width of your ruler. And you're going to keep repeating those steps. Now you don't have to do, if you have 5 sheets of paper, that's more than enough to create this cat. Maybe like half of this sheet of all 5, and then you're going to begin to cut. So, since I have some already here, pre-cut, I'm just going to show you where my line is. I created a line there, you can see it. Let me give you an example one more time. I created my line here. And I'm going to take all of my sheets. Can you see them all? They're all there. And I'm going to, all together, holding the paper nice and tight. Remember, scissors are always cutting away, almost like you're shaking someone's hand. There you go. Now, I already had some strips already cut out because I wanted to be nice and prepared for you. So I'm going to just push these strips aside. And at this time, you can pause the tape in order to cut out your strips, and we can move on to the next step. Okay, moving on. I'm going to take one of my sheets of white paper, and we're going to start drawing the actual cat. Now, this is really easy, very basic steps. The first thing at the top, not all the way at the top, but leaving some space for the ears, we're going to come in and we're going to make a nice size oval, wide oval shape like that. At the top here, we're going to create an ear, making the letter A shape, and it should fall to the edge of the cat's face on the side, which is the edge of the oval. So we're going to do that again. Just like that. It does not have to be perfect, okay? Do the best you can, and it's going to, I promise you, it will come out great. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to create the cat's body. Very easy. It's going to be the shape of a bottle. So it's going to come down, curve out, and down like so. And you're going to do the same thing for this side. Make the neck nice and white. You don't want it too thin. Make the neck nice and wide. And you're going to come down. And that's it, like the shape of a bottle. Now we're going to create the cat's tail. You're going to come up from the side right about here where their line starts to curve. You're going to come out in any way you like. Make a curved line going in and back into the cat like so. Very simple. Now, you're going to take this picture and you're only going to cut out the outline of the cat. So be sure not to cut in these areas where you've drawn your lines. If you need some assistance with that and you think you might make a mistake by doing that, just kind of erase those lines to help you as a guide, and you'll be fine. There you go. Now you're going to cut out your cat. I'm going to pause the tape to give you time to do so. Okay, now we have our cat cut out nicely. We're going to go on and start to apply the strips. Taking your white paper at home, you're going to place that underneath your cat so that when you're gluing on your strips, you're not going to get any glue on any surfaces you may be working on at home. I already have a surface protector, so I'm going to not use this actual white sheet of paper. But for you at home, you will do so, okay? Now, in any particular order that you like to use your colors, that's really up to you. I'm going to start by taking my glue stick. I'm going to start at the base, the bottom of my cat, and I'm going to apply glue. Now, I'm not going to glue the whole cat. I'm just going to glue as I work. Make sure when you're gluing that you actually glue the very ends, because we don't want, after we cut the excess strips off, for it to be any lifting, okay? So I'm going to start with blue. I'm going to take this all the way down to the bottom. Smooth it. Apply another strip of blue here, and just barely, just a little bit overlapping the blue that I already laid, because you want to start to overlap your colors. So taking yellow, I'm going to overlap just a little. And the reason for that is so there's no gapping where I can see the back color, the white of the cat. So you want to keep that from happening. In order to keep that from happening, you just overlap just a tiny bit. And we're going to keep working. Overlapping just a little bit. Making sure I get the glues on both ends. Overlapping. Now you're going to keep this pattern going all the way up. I'm going to return to the video when we get about here. So keep working. Same pattern. Okay, I worked halfway up, but I wanted to show you, once you get to this part, there's no need to just cut little strips and try to go around the tail. We're going to keep following the same technique in repeat again and again. And you're just going to keep bump and jump. That's all. So what I mean by that is you're going to just glue the tail here on this side, glue the neck on this side, and we're going to keep it going so that it's nice and smooth. Right over top. See that? Overlapping just a little bit, the same as I was doing before. Nice, and we're almost done. Remember, making sure you get it nicely on those ends. I'm making sure I glue all the way to the end so there's no white showing of my cat. And this is where the cat's tail will end. And I'm just going to keep going. All right, we're at the end. And we have two little ears showing here, and we're going to just keep going. And there you go. Now, turning your cat over, this is what you'll see. What you're going to do now is you're going to cut all the excess strips from around the cat, around its outline, all the way around. Nice and carefully. Be really gentle and take your time doing it. At this time, I'm going to pause the tape until you're done cutting, and then we will resume. Okay, all done cutting now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for any strips that may be kind of loose. I'm going to go back under and reinforce those with some glue. So just check all your strips and make sure they're on nice and tight so they're glued down really good. There you go. Anything lifting, just lift it up and check it to see and make sure nothing lifts up because you don't want to lose any strips and you don't want them to start to lift either. Okay, good job. Now, I'm going to take my background sheet, which is black. I'm going to turn over my cat. And I'm going to put the glue all over the back of the cat, making sure that I go close to the edges so that they don't lift. Make sure you apply enough glue because now your paper is even thicker than it was before. So it'll probably take a little more glue to hold it down. So you want to make sure you get all those ends, those edges so they don't lift. Flip your cat over. And then you're going to take it all the way down to the edge, the base of your construction paper, your black construction paper, whatever color you choose to use, and you're going to stick it right on and smooth it out. Awesome. Now that we have that done, we're going to move on to the eyes. So I've got a sample here that I draw. And you can make your eyes as expressive as you like. Here I did some eyes that were a little goofy. I made them cross-eyed. One eye is larger than the other eye. Same thing here. Your cat can be looking to the left or to the right. You can make the eyes this way or any way you like. So you're going to freehand draw your eyes however you like with the black magic marker. And the cat looks kind of surprised if I gave him these eyes. So it depends on what expression you want your cat to have. That's all up to you. Use your creativity. Once you finish drawing your eyes and you've chosen which eyes that you would like to put on your cat, you're going to cut them out. Okay, once you've cut out your eyes and you made them the way you would like for them to be, you give your cat your own expression that you would like for it to have. You're going to take a pink piece of construction paper if you have any on hand, or if you don't, you can use a white piece of paper. Color that white piece of paper pink, and we're going to just draw a nose for your cat. So what I'm going to do is I have an extra little piece here. The cat's nose isn't so large, so this is fine. I'm going to make like a triangular shape. I want my cat to have a nice fat nose, but if you don't want your cat to have a fat nose, that's fine. You can always draw a nice smaller one. So this is what it looks like to give you a better view. It's just a soft-edged triangular shape, and I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to glue that onto my cat's face. Adorable. Now, I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to draw in the other expression, cat expression. So you can make your cat's mouth any way you like. I'm going to just draw a nice little wiggly mouth. Cute. Give him some whiskers. Usually about 3 on each side. You can even do nostrils if you like. That's all up to you. And here it is. This is your silly striped cat. All done. Enjoy.